Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Fate Apocrypha, which is on episode 17. This episode right here, well, looks like it wasn't really too hard to comprehend, but nothing much going on, so if anything else, let's just get this started. I just want to get over this scene real quick because I think it's almost not too related to what majority of the events that happened throughout 90% of the episode, so let me just get this other 10% out of the way, which involved a meeting between Red Rider or something and Amakasaka Shiro, and apparently Rider questions his motives about saving humanity and why he wants to do that. And when Shiro gave out his answer that he did not like how things are and how a system always preys on the weak to achieve their own goals, it's just unreasonable and unacceptable. And we have to it that Archer tells him that that kind of system's not going to go away. And have you even have any hatred towards those who killed you and your kin? Shiro answers that he used to hate his enemies, but now he's willing to throw away that hate to try to achieve humanity's salvation. And the way I look at it is is that just the meeting between Ryder and Shiro himself, it seems to me like they wanted to confirm one thing. Well, Ryder wanted to confirm something from Shiro if siding with him or working with him might be a good idea. And therefore Ryder does have a little small talk with Red Assassin, I believe, and he does say something that ticked her off in a certain way, but nothing more than what was related to what happened on the percentage of the episode. Okay, I'm going to start at the beginning of the episode because this is where Jean, or Ruler, and Sig ends up being the decoy to go around town. And that's what they mostly did, honestly. And they did have a little small talk with moralities here and there, while there was a small scene with Black Assassin, or Jack the Ripper, and her mother, which is her master, etc. Talk about a couple things here and there, etc. About the piano music she played. And with the scenes of Ruler and Sig, it seems really nice and pretty relaxing to see them hang out around town, seeing them play with the kids, going to seeing someone married, and etc. Talking about each other's past. Well, Jean, or Ruler, talks about her past and talks about how she gave up everything to save a country, only to be burned at a stake in the end. Of course, she held no hatred towards them. No matter how hard she tries, she can never hate them. I'm thinking in my mind, this girl is pretty strong-willed if I think about it, because it seems to me to not have any hate to those who just turned their backs on you and burned you at a stake must be really hard to achieve. Of course, when Sig gives out a couple words of of compliments, along with wanting to repay a debt by using his own life. Instead, he says body, which embarrassed Ruler a bit, but apparently, of course, the little spending their time and being a decoy seemed to be working a bit to get Black Assassin's attention, to a point where the mist is revolved at nighttime and they end up having the fight. Well, Sig ends up finding the master of Jack the Ripper and got shot, but apparently that doesn't work and he ends up chasing her, while Ruler ends up clashing against Jack the Ripper. The curse did not kill Jean, as her ability of resisting curses is one of her strengths, and she cornered Jack the Ripper, and Jack the Ripper ends up losing a leg thanks to Kiron's help, and Rider of Black is on the way to help out with her griffin. And of course Jack the Ripper's master picks her up and realizes that she's being watched and is about to be killed. And that is because Red Archer was in that area and kept an eye on Trifas and ends up killing the master. Before the master dies, she ends up giving two command spells, which one, the command spell she used to summon Jack the Ripper, and the rest of the two she tells Jack the Ripper that she will be fine, but Jack the Ripper cries for her mother, which is she calls her master mother, and ends up going berserk somehow after like being shot in the back by Red Archer, and ends up using some kind of mist which involves hallucinations possibly, and going to the backstory of Jack the Ripper herself. And I don't know what's bound to happen, but it ain't gonna look really pretty from here on out, because Jack the Ripper just went berserk after being told by 2 of her command spells to like you will be fine without me, etc. And who knows what the hell's gonna happen. But you know, these 2 are serial killers, but we didn't get too much info on them, but they're just meant to be there, which is really ridiculous in a certain way. But yeah, I don't really know what's really bound to happen, but one thing for sure, it's not going to look really pretty from here on out, because Jack the Ripper now unleashed a powerful noble phantasm, or possibly her missed whatsoever to a point where you're hallucinating something, or going to Jack the Ripper's backstory. I don't know. So whatever's bound to happen next, guys, it's going to be really bloody or ugly. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm out for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Doo-doo-doo!